for the thick of it all. If they don't give me room, well then I'll give them a while. I'm gonna smoke my tires when the victory calls. I'm gonna be there, be there. I wanna see my face up on the jumbo screen. Feel the white hot metal of a winning machine. Because you win or you lose and there's no in between. I wanna be there, be there, be there.
NASCAR on speed. Be there.
This is a big race towards the Pennzoil Truck Series chase. This starts the second half of the chase for season number 4. It's the Texas Heat 250 at the Texas World Superspeedway. On the pole is the 27 of Mark Owens, 2's outside the 98 of William Bullen. Then 30 of Steve Larker, 4th Jonathan Buford, he's 10 points out of the lead, and rounding out the top 5, Zachary Fitzwater. In 6th, you have J.J. Reed. 7th is Michael Canto. 8th, DJ Reed. In 9th, you have Justin Zeidel. And Jack Canaramo rounds out the top 10. The rest field, there's Keith Stevens with Luke Rainey. Then you have Tim Gary and Carson Bowers. Alan Bowen, and then points leader Mathis Wells in the 51. Then there's Trey Rainey and Sebastian Kukulan, along with Marcus Sachi and Diego Yapesi, 3 points out of the lead. Then you have Code Luigi and Michael Ferris. Tim Randolph with Levi Shones. Then you have Stephen Taylor and Isaac Nichols. Jeff Bright and Myatt McDonald. Then there's Oliver Galloway with Stephen Baker, along with Riley Burleytube and Landon Lyons. Then you have Colton Yo and Derek Hamill. And in the final row, Steve Morgan, who's 7 points out of the lead, 2's outside the 28 of Alex Stewart. That is your 36 truck field here for the Texas World Race. Let's get going with our starting command.
For today's command, Bobby Allison.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Give your seatbelts a little tug there for me there, buddy. Get a little drink of Gatorade. Be safe. Have some fun, all right?
Our field of trucks rolling off the starting grid, led by 2 substitutes for the season, Mark Owens and William Bullen. It's going to be a wild dash to the championship race now. 5 races left and we will crown a champion. So far, Mathis Wells has dominated the chase. He's been on top for most of the races so far, but he has some drivers chasing him down. Diego Yapez only 3 points out of the points lead. Steve Morgan, 7 points out. Jonathan Buford is 10 points out. The rest of the field, a race out, but they can definitely get up there if the 51 and others have issues. And that could definitely happen here at Texas World. We've seen crashes here last season, which were pretty big. It's going to affect the chase. 19 laps. Let's get going. Owen Bullen leads to the green flag, and it's out. We're racing at Texas World. Alrighty, 3 wide for the race lead. Big moves being made, 4 wide in the pack. Larker leads lap 1, but it's not over. A lot is happening in the pack. Yapez in the middle of a 4 wide. Mathis Wells in the middle of a 4 wide. Some championship contenders could be in an accident here early on as they come down the backstretch, rubbing on each other down the back. Zeidel gets clear, he's away. Trey Rainey's trying to stay clear in second. Oh! Contact, around they go! Colton yells around. A lot of trucks. Yapez gets stunned. A lot of trucks involved. And that's going to be a lot of chasers. Yellow is out. Zeidel, Kukulon, Ferris get away along with a few others. But we're racing back down the front stretch, 3 wide. Zeidel leads us back to the caution flag. And about 5 different exits. There's Yo in the 10. There's the 29. The 5 is smoking. Yapez got spun around. Luke Rainey. There's Mathis Wells. He might have some damage. Jonathan Buford. Keith Stevens. Yo is in the pits with issues. And a lot of trucks involved in this massive crash as they came down the backstretch. Yellow is out. Back in front was the 13, Justin Zeidel. Now we'll see what happened. I saw some trucks go around, but it kind of just evolved from there. And everyone just kept getting collected in this. So we'll just see what happened down the backstretch. I think this will be one of the best angles to view the crash. You have Pez and the A7 right there in the middle. They're all beating off each other. But back behind them, they're beating even harder 4 wide. and you'll see some contact made right there as the 10 gets kind of clipped by the 22 up. There's Wells getting hit in the side by Buford. The 87 and the 88 go around. Then the 27 gets in the 66, gets in the 6. The 5 and the 44 come across the track. They get Wells hard, and the trucks are sliding up the track into the wall. Yepez is going to have some damage. He shouldn't have too bad of damage. I think the guy we should be worried about is points there, Mathis Wells. He got nailed hard into the outside wall. Like, look at this hit he's going to take. He gets some damage, he gets bounced around, but he keeps his truck going straight. But right here, the 44 comes up the track with the 5 and the 49. That's a hard hit into the wall and in that front. Mathis Wells could be out of this race, if not out of the race, definitely slow. This could be big for some drivers trying to close in, like Yepez and maybe some of the guys that are over a race back. We'll go on board Mathis Wells and see what he saw. That is a ton of damage to the front of that truck. We'll see how that 51, if he can get it going after this. Colton Yo had been on the charge lately in this chase. He's been getting some great chase finishes, and then he got spun around. He didn't hit much, but then he got stuck on the banking. And the banking's so crucial here in the corners, and he just kind of spun around. He got down low and held the brake, but when he came back up the racetrack, he got stuck right there, and that could put him a lap down, maybe even more, and out of contention to gain points. Steve Morgan, the 12. Maybe Misty is at the back. And he got slowed up. He got some damage on the front end, but otherwise, Steve Morgan should be all right to contend and gain points on the 51 truck. We'll go on board with Yepez. Second in points, 3 points out of the lead. Gets spun around, but shouldn't have too much damage in this. You just see how close they are, beating and banging. They're 3 wide here, and then they just kind of get clipped from the back. Luke may have more damage than Yepez. He kind of got squeezed into the wall. We'll actually go on board with Luke and see how much damage he maybe has on the front end. It's just going to be interesting, because some of these trucks, they didn't really get much damage, but you never know with the aerodynamics, how much aerodynamics mean. You never know how bad that could be. Truck. There's Nichols getting spun around. There's Tim Randolph driving through it. So a big crash takes out many contenders. Zidell in the 13 leads us back to the caution flag. He also leads back to the green flag here in the Texas Heat 250. Coming back to the restart lap, number 7, Justin Zidell out front of the 13 truck. From that crash, Tim Gary and Steven Taylor are the only 2 to retire. Colton Yo did go a lap down on pit road. He's still in the race though, 34th. The problem is, he is right now currently the lowest chaser. No chasers retire off that. Mathis Wells still in the race, 33rd. He has a ton of damage to that 51 truck. Isaac Nichols is 32nd. There's your Peasant, 30th. Luke Rainey is 28th. And they go down Jonathan Beeford, 26th. Keith Stevens, 25th. Marcus Tachi, 23rd. Steve Morgan, 22nd. Jack Haramo, 21st. And looked up even further, and you see here not many chasers towards the front of the field. In fact, Trey Rainey right now, 5th, is your highest chaser. Bowers in 6th. So up front is Justin Zidell, 2nd is Sebastian Kukulon, Michael Ferris 3rd, Jeff Bright 4th, Trey Rainey 5th, they have Carson Bowers in 6th, Zachary Fitzwater 7th, Oliver Galloway 8th, Alan Bowman 9th, Mike McDonald rounds out the top 10. We're back racing. Look at the damage to that 51, no hood there. We'll see how these drivers at the back go. But we're back racing, and Zidell gets a great jump over the field. Kukulon was caught sleeping there. He might fall back as here comes Ferris to the bottom. Trey Rainey jumps low as well in the 18. Rainey needs something to just go right in this chase, and definitely happened here at Texas World. He's running pretty well, pretty strong. Currently your highest chaser in the 3rd position. Down the backstretch, field spreading out. Is that the A7 Yepez maybe falling back? Let's see if they can get kind of latched onto the draft, they could be all right. 2 chasers line up on the bottom inside the top 5. Trey Rainey is 2nd. Bowers is 4th, looking for 3rd. As they race off of 4, Zidell moves up. Can Trey Rainey get to the bottom lane? Here comes the 18 down low. Down the front stretch to the stripe, side by side. Trey Rainey led the lap. Hard racing into turn 1. Double file on back, and now they're going 3 wide. The 17 looks low. That is Derek Hamill all the way to the bottom lane. Now Trey Rainey clears. Here comes Bowers to the inside down the back. Some trucks. I'm trying to look for some chasers. Jack Cameron, I think, is trying to get up into this pack in the 50 truck. I think I saw maybe another one. I couldn't tell who it was. Just saw the yellow. Carson Bowers now to the race as he clears. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater looking low. Alan Bowman 3 wide. The 75 could make the move. The 66 is going to go down there first. Here comes Alan Bowman for 2nd. And Derek Hamill breaks low 3 wide. Is Alex Stewart behind him, and they might go 4 wide here. Look at Levi Jones in the 22. 3 wide for the lead in turn 1. Alex Stewart in the 28. Levi Jones. Jeff Bright is up in this front field. See the 74 and the 92 coming forward as well. Looking for the 12 maybe, so he can gain a ton of points. There he is, just trying to latch on. The 88 Luke Rainey is just back there. See if those guys single file can catch up to this field, which is going 3 and 4 wide at the front. Alex Stewart clears to lead. Here comes Levi Jones. He wants a Pennzoil Truck Series win in his resume. He's looking low. Jeff Wright looking 3 wide to the bottom lane. 10 laps of racing to go at Texas World. The Tech Seat 250. They're looking 4 wide for the race lead. DJ Reed to the middle lane. That's a big move. I don't know if it's going to work. They're 4 wide in the front of the field. Can they get it sorted out, or will they just stay 4 wide? Big pack at the front could cause an accident. Down the back of the race, Landon Lyons. Oh, around they go! The 32 to the outside wall. Trucks are spinning everywhere. Some trucks come into it. Trey Rainey, Luigi up off the ground. There's Luke Rainey. Some of your chasers. There's Colton Yo around. Where's the 87? Here comes Yepez. He's far enough back. Can he get slowed down? Just get by. Yepez gets high and gets by. And a lot more chasers involved. And a crash on the backstretch. Leading us back was Landon Lyons in the 4 truck. They got 4 wide and it wasn't going to work. Colton Yo in the 10. A lap down now. He's all torn up. Kukulon. There's Galloway. Luke Rainey with damage. Jonathan Buford. Marcus Sachi. There's Wells. He got by. Yepez got by as well. Trey Rainey has damage in the 18. Steve Morgan, I think, got squeezed. But a big crash on the backstretch. And once again, another yellow flag is out. And involved, that time, Kukulon was one of the first to go around. Once again, just another case of 4 wide. You get really close. You get leaning on each other and into the wall. They go around. There's Oliver Galloway going low, and he gets into Marcus Sachi, who then comes up the racetrack and might get hit a few more times. Luigi coming flying in there. He can't slam on the brakes. Steve Morgan he gets into. There's Bowers. There's Trey Rainey up off the ground. I think Morgan did a great job getting away. Colton Yo hit the 19. There's Luke Rainey into it. And then some chasers get through, but then the 02 I think clips. Oh yeah, trucks are coming up. I think Marcus Sachi was spinning up the racetrack, and he got hit hard as trucks are coming into it. Yeah, Sachi got spun around. He was actually all right. He was going to be able to keep going. And right here, oh, the 29, the 28, the 8, the 02. Bullen gets away, but that's a lot of torn up race trucks in this crash, and a lot of chasers as well. And Yepez and Math as well, as the front 2 points get high and get by. Don't get damage from that. Landon Lyons in the 4. Leads us back to the caution flag with 9 laps to go. He'll stay on the racetrack, and we'll go green with about 5 laps to go here at Texas World. Only 5 laps left once you take the green flag here at Texas World for the Tech Seat 250. Out from that crash, a lot more trucks. Colton Yo is out. JJ Reed, Luke Rainey, Marcus Sachi, Isaac Nichols, Alex Stewart, and Jonathan Buford. 27 trucks on the racetrack. Matt as well as your points leader, 25th. Yepez 24th. As of now, Yepez only gained 1 point on that 51 truck right now. So out front, Landon Lyons leads. Michael Ferris is 2nd. Jeff Bright 3rd. Tim Renoff 4th. Keith Stevens up to 5th. He does have some damage. They have DJ Reed in 6th. Jack Cameron was 7th. Justin Zidell 8th. Levi Jones 9th. Riley Sprayed 10th. 2 chasers inside the top 10. Steve Morgan a little bit further back. We'll see how his truck goes on this restart. On lap number 15, we're back racing at Texas World. Green flag is back in the air. And away goes Landon Lyons. But Michael Ferris does not let him get away. To the inside, he jumps. Big restart for Michael Ferris as they enter turn 1. Keith Stevens to the bottom lane inside the top 5. Going for 3rd. Got a great run. He's going to be going for 2nd here. Big move there. The 74 could be looking for the race lead down the backstretch. Does he have the run to do it? Here he comes. Stevens down low. Down the back of the race. 3 wide in the pack. Keith Stevens side by side. Zidell pushing him. Zidell looking 3 wide. Ferris with a big push. Trying to get clear. He gets down in front of that 74. Somehow, some way. He found that hole. Here comes the 74. Stevens down low. 4 laps to go at the stripe. Stevens, one of your chasers, leads. 3 wide behind Levi Jones coming forward in the 22. Push from Alan Bowman into the 66. Steve Morgan trying to stay in this pack. He has to gain 7 points. He'll gain a few in this race as long as he doesn't fall back to the 51 or the A7. Down the backstretch, already looking 4 wide. If they can keep it 3 wide, we might end it under the green. If they go 4 wide, we could cause an accident to end it, and they are 4 wide further back. They get sorted back to 3. Here comes Alan Bowman with a push from Michael Canto on the 47. Jeff Bright is down the inside lane. Landon Lyons. Here comes trucks looking low. Michael Canto, one of them. Landon Lyons following him. 3 laps left at Texas World in the Texas Heat 250. Michael Canto trying to win it. Into turn 1, Landon Lyons, Zachary Fitzwater, Jack Canaramo were your chasers, and 2 more chasers coming to it. The 12 and the 16, if someone latch onto the pack, they have a shot at this thing before it's all done. We're coming to 2 laps left. Landon Lyons, 3 wide middle. Zachary Fitzwater goes to the bottom lane. Canaramo, is he in the catbird series? Or is it going to be someone else further back that is in the best place? 4 wide. Steve Morgan's not taking any prisoners. Here they come. Canaramo. 2 laps left. Tim Randolph to the bottom lane. They get sorted back to 3 wide. Canaramo with the race lead in turn 1. One of your chasers. But here they come 3 wide behind Tim Randolph. Steve Morgan is up to 3rd. Going for the 2nd position of the 12 truck. Can Steve Morgan gain enough points? Can Bowers, Keith Stevens, Trey Rainey's in this field. He needs to gain some points. We're coming to the white flag. Morgan forced in the middle. DJ Reed to the bottom for 2nd. 3 wide. Carson Bowers, Keith Stevens, Michael Ferris, Levi Jones. Who's going to get back in front? They come down the front stretch. 4 wide further back at the white flag. We're on the last lap at Texas World. Carson Bowers, 3 wide to the bottom. This is the white flag. Jones coming through in the 22. Look at Levi Jones, the running edge. Look at the middle lane. Bowers in the 16. Keith Stevens up top. Those are 2 chasers side by side as they come down the backstretch. Where does Levi Jones go? Where does Jeff Bright go? Does Keith Stevens get that push off the top side? Off into turn 3. Keith Stevens trying to get clear of Carson Bowers. 2 chasers side by side, 3 and 4. Does Jeff Bright run? Justin Zaidel run? Off of 4. Side by side down the front stretch. Carson Bowers down low. Jeff Bright at the last second peak, but it's going to be Bowers to victory lane at Texas World. That was close. Jeff Bright had a run, but he's about 300 short. Bowers at the end, and now they are 4 wide. Can they get that sorted out? Carson Bowers trying to turn his chase around. Maybe a little too late for him, but Bowers with some great points winning, and that's great towards the chase as well. Look at the margin of victory right here. About half a truck length. Jeff Bright was coming at the end. He got the push. Just couldn't get it done. Bowers ends up with the race win here at Texas World. Let's go check the finish results and the chase standings. Here are the finish results from the wild Texas World race, the Texas Heat 250. There were 3 caution flags for 8 laps and 10 lead, changed among 10 different drivers. Carson Bowers ends up winning the race, coming from the back to the front. After being involved in some crashes, getting some damage, he comes to the front to win it. Jeff Bright close, but he'll end up 2nd. Keith Stevens, a great points day for him in 3rd. Justin Zaidel 4th. Levi Jones 5th. They have Michael Ferris in 6th. Tim Randolph 7th. DJ Reed 8th. Alan Bowman 9th. And Riley Spurley, 2 rounds at the top 10. There's your top 20. We talked about chasers. Steve Morgan, he'll end up 13th with the 3rd highest chaser. Some great points from his Mathis Wells was the 7th highest chaser. Morgan gains 4 of those 7 points right there. He's only 3 points back now. Yepez is only 2 points back. It's getting close. Trey Rainey 14th, but he's the 4th highest chaser. Jack Harrell 15th, 5th highest chaser. Some great points for some of these drivers here. Look down at the rest. 27 trucks finished the race running. The rest out from crashes. Jonathan Beeford, Isaac Nichols, Marcus Sachi, Luke Rainey, Colton Yo, the chasers out in that crash. That was a ton of points for Wells and Yepez to gain there. If that second crash had not happened, or if it happened and not that many chasers were involved, Yepez and Wells could very possibly have not been 1 and 2 in points. So that crash helped them out big time. Right side are the point standings. Wells should still have it, but is getting closer now with the bad race at the 51 the A7 had. It's brought a lot more drivers into it. We'll see how the rest of this chase goes. 4 races left, and they're all at wild racetracks. Pensacola, Talladega, Rockingham, Homestead. It should be a fun last 4 races to see who can get the championship for season number 4. And look ahead to the next one. It's a wild racetrack. Pensacola, the Can-Am 250. I'll see you guys then.